Hello again. I should have known that in Sedona or Arizona, the connection is usually really bad, no matter where I am. So here we are again. And for this Facebook Live, since I already started a new one, I wanted to specifically share it out there for coaches and leaders and ask you a question. What happens if you stop for a week? What would happen if you just say to yourself, I'm stopping, I'm like, getting away from my business, from everything that I'm sharing with the world for 1 week? What happens to you? Like, just what are your thoughts? Are your thoughts kind of like, oh, that would be awesome, I wish I would have time, just like going away, taking time for myself and like filling up my cup? Or do you feel anxiety of just thinking about leaving or not posting anything or not helping anyone or going away from your clients? So I would really want to know, what are your emotions? What pops up? So I would ask you to comment below, or if you are maybe willing to like write a lot about this topic, you can also drop me a private message, because I'm very curious. The reason why I'm curious is because I I want to share with you everything possible for you to feel like, if you build the inner foundation, that nothing on the outside matters. And if you're building that strong emotional foundation that we are craving for, it doesn't really matter if you stop. It doesn't matter if your like clients or whoever outside will say, oh, I need you or whatever. It doesn't really matter. You have like a, you have you can do whatever you want. And what we don't want is to make a business where we feel stuck, where we feel like we are depending on it, or the business depends on us, where we feel like we cannot have a break, we don't have the freedom. Like, majority of people that start like working in a personal development industry, they have this idea of having total freedom and just being able to do whatever you want, being able to go wherever you need. And that's true, you can do this. But it's so funny because a lot of people in the industry got trapped into, I need to do that. I need to do this and I need to do that, and if I don't do that, everything will collapse, nothing will work. I need to push more sales, I need to push more videos out there. If I'm not sharing a video every single day, then the audience will not like me, or I'm not gonna have the followings, blah 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 blah. And after I was in London, this is specifically going out to coaches in London, because London is very tough when it comes to coaching. It's just like, there is a huge like belief what you need to do and how you need to do it. And if you're not doing it that way, you're sooner or later have someone saying to you, but you should do it, that's what really works. And the funniest thing is that even though success leaves clue, and yeah, it's true, like the way people succeed before, it might help you to succeed as well. However, the true meaningful success comes from building a strong foundation first, which means you are the one standing strong. You are the ones being there and being unshakable, and knowing that whatever happens for a reason. Whatever are your cravings are what your clients or your audience need. And the purpose of this page and everything I'm going to share with you is actually to get you away from this belief of what are your human responsibilities into what are your soul responsibilities. And when I'm talking about the soul responsibilities, you have to be aware that we are having a lot of soul contracts, or you can just call it like kind of like agreements between each other, what we want to do for each other in the way that we all grow. And even though it sounds like a very cool agreement that we usually have, a lot of agreements that we have are not so good. So we kind of like just pretend that we are like not in this body and we're up before coming in this body, and we all sit at the huge table and discuss with each other what do we want to learn. And for example, I say, well, I want to be able to make my happiness unconditional. So I want someone to really hurt me. I want someone to really reject me. I want someone to really disappoint me. I want someone to really like do something bad to me, so that I'm going to be able to, despite everything that happened to me, find my own happiness from within and build this foundation inside. So there is like, on that level, there is no right or wrong. So there might be like four, like I said, I want to experience 4 different stuff. There might be 4 volunteers that say, oh, I can help you do that. Yeah, I'll be the one hurting you badly. And I would be like, yes, thank you for doing this for me. I really want to learn this lesson. And then the other person will say, yeah, I can reject you really badly. And I'll be like, yeah, that's perfect, do that for me, please. And then another person would say, what was that? I don't know what was the other one. Disappointment. Or like, oh yeah, I can definitely disappoint you. I'll do something totally against your expectations. And the funniest thing is that in the end of the day, no one does anything to you. There is not a single person that can hurt you. You hurt yourself. You disappoint yourself. You rejected yourself because you imagine the situation going differently. You had expectations of how they have to behave, have the expectation how they should treat you, and because they didn't, your expectations weren't met, and you start suffering because you are going against what it is right now. And as soon as you go against the present moments, you are suffering. The end of the game. It's like you're in pain, you're suffering. And once you realize that, like, coaches, leaders, if you're influencing other people, you have a lot of sole responsibility. And sometimes this sole responsibilities doesn't seem or aren't so nice that you as a human would say. For example, you might have a responsibility for, let's say you have a client that is very depending on you and they have grown a lot, but now they come to the stage where they need to do action. They need to start like doing stuff and not just like playing a victim. And for example, they have a like kind of like a pattern of running to you whenever something happens. So if you experience this with your clients and you have clients that are just so dependent on your like services and they would just run to you as soon as something bad happens, it's kind of like your responsibility to say no. And I don't mean like you say no for like just to get rid of the client, but you say, oh no, I'm sorry, I have full for this week, you have to wait until next week. And what this creates in people is it gives them like a week to figure out things by themselves. And that's how they grow in the end of the day. And that's one of the reasons that I included like a kind of a what is it, like booking the sessions not like 1 week in front, not like last minute. I'm not allowing last minute bookings anymore because I don't want people to rely on me. I don't want to be their like goddesses or just someone that will save them or just like hero, guru, whatever. As soon as someone starts calling you like this, you know that, oh shit, you should just like, set the boundaries. Like, I'm not here to give you anything. I'm not here to teach you anything. I'm here to reflect you who you already are. I'm here to be an example of who you can be. I'm like sending you my emotions, sending you my vibration so that you can see who you actually are. But I'm not saving you. My life is not about you. My life is not about like being your guru or whatever. My life is about being happy and like experiencing this life fully and feel it fully. And as soon as I start doing this, that's the reason why I'm like sharing with you this selfish contributor, even though it's so controversial. But everything has shifted in my life, and I have helped more people transform, like not just saying that they are transforming, but actually like going from, let's say, a very bad job, very bad relationship into something like very brightful. And those things happen when I start caring for myself and just being full of happiness, full of joy, full of good vibrations, and allowing others to use me as an example, use me as an example of what they can be, and see me as a reflection of who they are. And i just I just have this like a huge like belief in me that this is the only way how you can truly know what is right for this world. Like if you listen to yourself and you're just like, even if it seems selfish what you're going to do, it's the right thing for the world. Because if you are being selfish, and I mean selfish without manipulating others, you know who self really is. Because self, with big S, self is source. Self is pure positive energy. Self is the universe. And you are receiving the messages, what you should do for the highest and best of all. And if it seems selfish, well, then you are a vessel for bringing something new. And the thing is that whatever is not on the market, whatever people haven't heard before, whatever, even though everything has been said before, but whatever it's kind of like seems like, oh my God, no one is doing this, or oh my God, I'm going in the wrong, like in a different direction where everyone else is going. It's just like a thing that you need to do. And as long as it feels good to you, it's the right thing for the whole world. And once you know that you are 100% responsibility for how you feel, you will also know that other people have 100% responsibility for how they feel. And if they believe that whatever you did was selfish, or whatever you did hurt them, this is their choice. This is their responsibility. They can choose emotions the same way as you choose your emotions. So that's exactly what we are going to do here. Like, we're going to build the scale of emotions, going from the top end of, why is this reversed? Okay, it's funny because I'm usually doing the Facebook Live on phone, and on the computer I see that it's the opposite side, so funny. Um, so we have, and the thing is that in previous like Facebook Live, I didn't even realize that it's not live anymore. So I kept on talking for another 15 minutes, 10 minutes, and then now I don't even know what I said already or I didn't. So I'm just maybe I just repeat myself. But the thing that I really love sharing with people is like teaching you how to feel it all and use the whole spectrum of emotions. It's like the whole spectrum of colors. And if you're not using the whole spectrum, you're living a black and white world. And it's a shame if you don't experience it all, because every single emotion is beautiful. Every single one of them. And the more you allow yourself to feel sadness or pain or like anger or fear, the more you're able to jump into the like positive emotions. And it's kind of like a swing. If you allow yourself to go like this much in a negative, you'll go this much in a positive. If you allow yourself to go this much in a negative, you'll go this much in a positive. So that's why the happiness is always like growing. You just feel it more, and it's not conditioned anymore. It's not like, oh, this thing happened to me, wow, I'm so happy. No, it's like, I woke up, I feel happy, I feel grateful, I feel full of life. that's a reason enough to feel happy. And my definition of happiness, if I haven't said before, is feeling it fully and accepting every single emotion that pops up. And this whole page, everything I'm going to share out, is going to be based on my personal belief that when you make happiness unconditional of the outcomes, your outcomes change effortlessly. And I'm going to finish with this and let you think about it. And probably in one of the next videos, we're going to talk about what is the difference between pushing stuff, trying to make them happen, going in action and just like, yeah, I need to do it, versus allowing things to happen effortlessly. Because since I started allowing things to happen, like better things are happening, I'm using less effort, and it just feels more profound. It feels more valuable. It feels like I'm living more fully. And if you're able to do this for yourself as well, that's all we are striving for. We need more happy people, more people that are like unconditional on whatever happens and just know that they can choose how they feel in every single moment. And this is all we need, like people vibrating with a high frequency, not people giving out more knowledge, giving out more like information and like more work or whatever. No, we need people giving out better vibration. That's it. And that's how things will shift. Because once you offer people a good energy back, kind of like a good vibration, magic, miracles, everything just happens. How many times have you read stuff and nothing happened, and then you get it from someone that is living it, and they're saying the exact same thing, you have read it 100 times, and you're like, oh, I get it. Because it's not about their words, it's about the energy that they gave it to you. It's about the example that you saw. And if you strive to be that example, you for sure are gonna have a good business, a lot of clients, and a lot of people like wanting to have your services. So thank you guys for joining me the second time, and see you soon. Ciao, ciao. Be blessed.